Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video here at Intuition FX. I hope everybody's had a great week so far. We are coming towards the end of the week. It is a Friday, and this is probably going to be the last trading session for me. So, you know what? It's crazy because I've always said I only trade New York, but I've been making a shift to my schedule a lot. I've been, waking up way earlier than what I used to. And I'm finding myself having time now in the London session. And I mean, you guys can see I'm going for the same model. It's come off a daily fair value gap, Gbpusd. I'm looking to go short. Again, we have the breaker situation, turtle sweep scenario. Price is traded above daily opening price. I want to take that short off the fair value gap, and then I want to target the Asian range low and maybe a bit lower than that to complete a market maker sell model. Again, 1% risk, going for a 1-1. I guess the only issue with a 1-1 RR is your strike rate needs to be quite high, and sometimes it can be mentally draining. Because when you're risking 1%, or sometimes you're risking 0.5%, but when it's a 1-1, I risk 1%. When it's 2R, I'll sometimes risk 0.5%, and it can be daunting because you're basically on edge. What I'm saying is, if you're doing 1-1s, but when you understand price action, when you understand the markets, I guess you're gonna have losing trades anyway. It's just about how you manage them emotionally, right? So this trade is going to be a 1-1 to what I've calculated. It's about a 15 pip stop. The reason I'm not going for 20, fair value gap here is the last point price needs to go up to, in my opinion, if it wants to. So about 15 pip stop loss, 15 pip take profit, and then if it wants to run, obviously we have that. But that's not really my goal. My goal is just this Asian range low, but I want to see how we work, because if we take the Asian range low out, then trade higher, then trade lower, then obviously that would be my target. But ideally, I don't want the Asian range low to be taken out yet. I just want price to come higher into this 15-minute breaker, which I'm going to show you guys over here. Obviously, we do have our hourly order block, fair value gap. I'd rather it would just get over and done in London. I guess there's no better feeling than just... especially if in the UK, right? I guess there's no better feeling than waking up in London, finishing your trading day by like 10 a.m. I don't think there's a better feeling than that. But like I said, I'm gonna just play the patient game like I always do, guys. It's about waiting for price to get into that fair value gap, not trading it, before that. I'm not chasing price at all. The way my model works, I'll show you guys. We've got a high, we've got a low, we've got a high, breaks down lower, fair value gap. So waiting for price to come into there, and then hopefully we'll go lower. Again, I'm just being patient, letting price do his thing, waiting for it. It's a shame there's no news releases, otherwise it would have been nice. Probably would have had more volatility and much quicker. But we'll wait. We are also inside the time of silver bullet, between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, it is a model that I might be enforcing slowly. No, I got a lot of stuff. I've traded London before, hence why I'm, trading London now. I've traded London a lot, but I took a break for a long time just to trade New York to perfect market maker buy and sell models. Which I never like to say I'm perfect at it, because perfection does not exist. But I would say I'm fairly consistent with them. So here we are to take another trade. Now, the reason I'm only going for Asian range lows and these small lows, I don't see them making a new low on a Friday. I reckon Thursday's already done that. So I reckon they might just go for the Asian range low. Hence why that's my target. Seems like we're working our way up to that fair value gap. As soon as it comes in, this button gets pressed. You guys already know the drill. 1% risk, 15 pip stop. I'll put the TP in a sec. There we go, guys. We are in. Why is it not showing the executions? Great. Okay. Alright, we're in. Off we go, guys. Off we go. TP, I'll be honest, we're gonna go for a good 1%, so we're just gonna go there. 15 for 15, boom. Now we wait. Now we just wait. It could, like I said, it might come a bit higher. It might actually come into the 15-minute breaker right here, so it might work in deeper. But like I said, I've got my position in now. I am not worried. Again, protocol for this trade was we traded into the daily fair value gap, midnight New York open, daily opening price, due this swing, price trading higher, rally downwards, break taking out that low over there. This becomes your breaker. Again, I'll show you on the 15-minute time frame. Breaker, not this candle here. Why? This candle closes lower than that one. It goes lower, so we use that there. Asian range low. This no longer is my target, like I just said. I'm going for that 1-1. Asian range low over here, taking out Asian range high. Potential high of the day, maybe. New York, like I said, if London is the model for us to go lower, then I'm not concerned about New York. I like the way we reacted from that fair value gap. That's nice to me. But there's many times I've had it stay up here, then the next candle just goes a bit higher, then boom, goes down. So as long as I follow my model, I don't mind taking a loss. I've said this before. If I get stopped out, my model is still being used, and that's the main thing. You're gonna have the occasional loss here and there. That's trading for you. Now, how do I want it to trade now? In an ideal scenario, I'd say it just starts shooting lower. And I'd want to see before London's over. I'd want to see Asian range just get taken out. But I reckon we might dip in one more time. I reckon it really wants to go a bit deeper into the break. Again, like I mentioned before, we do have an order block over here. So maybe it just wants to tap into that a bit higher, which I'm going to allow it to do. Because if we go on there, you know, if we've got a 30-minute breaker, we've got a 15-minute, there's a 15-minute breaker. Obviously, I've refined my entry to the 5-minute like that. I'll be honest, if the Asian range low wasn't there, I wouldn't really be taking this trade because I would know I wouldn't have an actual target as it is a Friday as well. But again, this should show you that when you have a model and you know how your model works and you have trust in your model, again, there's nothing stopping me from taking the trade on a Friday. And I have that Asian range low as a target, done, you know. If that Asian range low wasn't there, I wouldn't really know what I'll be targeting. As long as you know where price is going, that's very important. Because you need, as good as it is getting an entry, you also need to know when to get out. And that's a skill on its own. Because you can get greedy and all of those kind of things. And as you guys see here, I just get out. You know, you're risking a grand for a grand here. If there's one thing I can tell you guys, right, this is where patience pays. This is where most traders will lose. Like I told you before, it may just dip into that. I'm leaving that option on the table. The option is still on the table. So like I said, look on the 1 hour. You might want to trade into that 1 hour fair value. 1 hour order block. I'm leaving it open. Again, look on the 15-minute. Let's see what it does. Seems like it might want to dip in. That's fine. 15-minute breakers there anyway. Like I told you guys, it's gonna trade into that fair value gap again. Probably go higher into the breaker, to be honest. Yeah, it's probably trading into that. It's probably trading into that 15-minute breaker. It's gonna maybe want to touch a bit higher, which I'm clearly giving it a chance to do. Just know that if we close as a 1 hour candle as an up close, like I think we are, closing 13 minutes, within the next hour, we should get a big displacement to the downside. So we've traded above the daily opening price again, which is alright. I would assume that this would be the last place or point of interest. Again, guys, this is what patience looks like. I know it sounds long, it looks long, but yeah, this is how it is. This is the realities of trading. Again, like I said, I want to see it go lower. Still aiming for the Asian range low. It's very unlikely it'll do it before New York. It might do it during London lunch, or it might actually do it during New York. I'm just gonna set up some alerts, getting ready to leave my screen. I'm looking at the dollar index at the same time, and it's just created a propulsion block. So the next hourly candle on dollar should be to the upside, and I'm liking the way we're trading right now to the downside on GU. This is what I'm saying. I might just stay here for a little bit and just, I think he'll just take out the Asian low during London lunch then. So I'll be a little bit patient. And this is where I know it seems like I'm impatient. To an extent, I kind of am. But when it comes to trading, I've seen this kind of drawdown before. Hence why I sat there and I was like, hey, like, it is what it is, right? And I was just waiting patiently for it to get lower, because I've experienced drawdown like this, like, worse than this. This retracement doesn't bother me, because I know it's gonna go lower. I can see it on the 1 minute time frame on the other chart. Again, guys, you can see the whole patience game. I don't need to keep explaining it, but I entered here just to make it clear. I'm not gonna try to hide it. I entered here, right? At what time? 3:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Drawdown occurred for around an hour. For around an hour and 20 minutes, I was in drawdown, to let you guys know. An hour and 20 minutes. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And there you have it. That is a trade for Gbpusd complete. Yeah, so that's how patience pays. Again, as you guys can see, it was one model that I've been traded again. The 15-minute breaker, the fair value gap, that's where I took my trade. Patient while being into drawdown. Asian range low is my target. And that is it. So I will catch you guys on the weekly breakdown. Until then, peace.